The future of Marvel Comics is full of wars, realms, and star alike. What's up, everybody? I'm Stan, and welcome to Detail Comics, where we go over comics in detail. This is going to be a weekly one-shot where I go over the five specific things from Marvel's May 2019 Solicitations that I think are going to be important for you guys. Make sure you subscribe to get more of these every time they had a chance to come out. The first thing that I want to talk about is that War of the Realms is going to be in full swing when May 2019 hits over at Marvel Comics, with 25 tie-in issues alone. We got the recent announcement of the Strikeforce series, which deals with the Frost Giants, the War Avengers, the Elf Realm, and a whole bunch of other different things, as well as Spider-Man leading his own charge. So there's a lot of different stuff that's going to be going on with War of the Realms. Marvel is going in heavy on this. However, we do have some feedback from creators saying that this is a well-orchestrated setup because Jason Aaron's been dreaming this thing up for like the last 5-6 years. I can only hope that that's the case, and I'm putting a little bit of confidence in them. However, if they're expecting me to shell out $120+ for every single War of the Realms tie-in, they must be out of their mind. Unfortunately, that means that I'm going to be sticking with the War of the Realms series itself, the main book, the Thor series, and possibly dabbling with some of the Spider-Man series as well, and any other books that I regularly pick up that are going to be tying in. But I'm not going to be taking a deep dive off into Squirrel Girl or something along those lines just to get a bit of a War of the Realm fix. However, if you do feel the need, there is a lot of different War of the Realms content that's going to be coming kind of soon. For number 2, we're going to be sticking with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is going to have so many series that are coming out. We've got Symbiote Spider-Man, the regular Amazing Spider-Man, we've got Chip Zdarsky and Mark Bagley, Spider-Man My Life kind of series, Spider-Man Deadpool, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. There's all kinds of different Spider-Man series that are going to be in continuous production inside May. The biggest stories are going to be along the Amazing Spider-Man line, where we're going to get the finale and the aftermath of Amazing Spider-Man's Hunted series, where Kraven and his clones are going to be trying to take out heroes and villains alike across New York City. However, the other thing that we want to take a look at is inside Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 6. The cover, as well as the pre-roll kind of stuff, the summary for the previews, is going to imply that Spider-Bite, a brand new hero or child hero or somebody from a parallel universe, is going to be appearing inside Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So you might want to keep an eye on Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 5 as well as number 6 to see if that's going to be a first appearance of this brand new character. Going into the number 3 thing that you should know about, we're going to be talking about the Immortal Hulk. So the Immortal Hulk from Al Ewing and Joe Bennett has been one of the best series coming out of Marvel since its inception last year. And the big thing about it is that we're telling a tale of this hulking monstrosity that only comes out at night. He's got a very different kind of personality compared to Bruce Banner and really takes over control. He's intelligent and somewhat vindictive. He's a little bit shallow. He's a little bit petty, and he likes to exact his revenge on people he feels that he deserves. However, starting in Immortal Hulk number 17, the Immortal Hulk is no longer going to be a character, as Bruce Banner has no ability to draw the Hulk out. The Hulk is no longer coming out at night, and it's going to become the Immortal Bruce Banner. Not necessarily a change in name, but definitely a change in the direction of the character, and given how Al Ewing's been writing things over this past year or so, I think it's a great investment for people that are already fans of Immortal Hulk, but it could be a really cool place to jump onto the series if you haven't had a chance to dig into it. I'm going to be talking more about the Immortal Hulk in the future, so keep your eyes open for that. Then the number 4 thing that I want you guys to know about is going to be Star Wars. It's pretty common now because Star Wars is on like issue number 80 or 108 or something along those lines, and Matthew Rosenberg's going to be writing an issue of Star Wars, but I'm not super concerned about that. What I'm looking at is the 4 Age of Rebellion one-shots that are going to be coming out, all written by Greg Pak, and they're all dealing with the era of A New Hope, the first generation of Star Wars, and possibly a little bit before that. We have one that's specifically for Boba Fett, one for Han Solo, one for Jabba the Hutt, and one for Lando Calrissian. And Greg Pak is a really strong writer. Of course, he gave us greats like World War Hulk and everything around that character, as well as a really strong execution on a super gimmicky character like Weapon H. So Greg Pak has a real passion for writing and can tell a really strong story when he's called to. So Star Wars and these Age of Rebellion one-shots are a really interesting concept that I would probably dive into because they don't require a lot of investment in the characters from me, and they might just shed a little bit of light on the Star Wars universe that I don't necessarily know about. But the last thing, number 5, the big thing that I want to talk about this week, Savage Avengers. Okay, so people probably aren't super excited about this. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but Jerry Dugan's going to be writing a brand new Avengers series called Savage Avengers, where we're going to be taking Wolverine, who's just recently come back from the dead, getting brought out of his adamantium shell and then making his journey across the cosmos and becoming a member of the Infinity Watch, and now he's teaming with Cyclops to bring back the rest of the X-Men, and goddamn Wolverine is in everything again, and it just feels like the 90s, whether you like it or not. But the Savage Avengers, which is going to be headlined by Wolverine, the Punisher, which has phenomenal amounts of notoriety just given the Netflix series, which recently got canceled, as well as the story being written by Matthew Rosenberg, and on top of that, Venom, who is coming from the great series by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. Savage Avengers is going to take all those different characters that we know to be a little bit more violent, and they're not necessarily afraid of having blood on their hands, and matching them up with a barbarian of titanic proportions inside Conan. So Conan is going to be added to the roster along with Brother Voodoo and Elektra to create this Savage Avengers team, which kind of harkens back to a Dark Reign style of Avengers. I'm not necessarily sure if this is the book for me, but for those of you looking for a little bit more hardcore, hard-edge version of the Avengers, this could be a really interesting place to land. So Savage Avengers #1 is something that you really need to keep your eyes on. But I want you guys to take a look at the May 2019 solicits for Marvel and let me know what you're excited about. Is it the 25 different titles for War of the Realms, or is it Savage Avengers, or is it something completely different that I had, I glossed over? So hit me up in the comments down below and we can start that conversation. As always, if you like what you see, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to get more news, reviews, and commentary on comic books, comic book movies, comic book TV shows and games, and anything and everything inside the world of comics.